Hey guys, Herbal Prepper here, and today I just wanted to tell you about a dream that I had. Now, for those of you that follow my channel just for the Bible uploads, videos on scripture, I do apologize. I have not had those here recently. I have been very, very deep and heavy in a study on the second Exodus and Planet X and things of that nature. Just trying to wrap everything up and get everything consolidated together so that I can then put out a video for you guys to look over and test. So bear with me, but if you are still looking at my channel for those, I do plan on putting out another video. Don't know when it's going to be put out. Hopefully y'all willing, it will be put out here shortly. Unfortunately right now I am now dealing with, as of yesterday, a computer issue. I think a virus. It's completely shut my computer down. So well played, Satan. Well played. Anyways, so as far as my dream goes, guys, I started my channel, and I told you that in the beginning. I started my channel because I have puzzle pieces that you might not have, and you have puzzle pieces I'm sure that I don't have. We're all in this big boat together. We're all trying to put this puzzle piece together, so if I can help you in any way, let me know, and hopefully you guys can help me. So I'm going to put this video out. Unfortunately, it is June 16th. It's Tuesday, June 16th, 2015. My dream was yesterday, not this morning, but yesterday morning. So Sunday I went to sleep, woke up Monday morning. That's when I had the dream. So unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this video out right now. It might be a week before this video gets out, however long it takes me to get my computer fixed for the viruses. So just wanted to note the date. Maybe I can even show you guys. No, it won't pull up. Anyways, June 16th. Okay, so I am not saying, I don't know if I've already said this, but anyways, I'm not saying, thus says Yahuwah, this is going to happen. I'm not saying that this is a prophecy or a dream or a vision of future prophecy. I don't know what this is. It was a dream. I woke up. I instantly felt like I knew what it was about, but I still wanted to ask you guys and ask other people for interpretations if they so choose. Now, one thing I do ask is that you don't hear this and you don't just spitball, okay? Hopefully, if you're hearing my dream, you're actually, something's resonated with you, like with Joseph of Egypt. You know, when he heard the dreams, it resonated with him. You know, he was an interpreter of dreams. That was a gift that was given to him. So if you have that gift and you have been given the key to help unlock my dream, please, I would love to hear what you have to say. So private message me or put it in the comment section, whatever you so choose. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to just kind of discuss it and then show, I have my Bible here because it had to do with a book. So, alright, so I am in my dream starts off, I'm in a room. Don't know where I'm at. Don't think I've ever been there before. If I was around other people, I'm not sure who I was around, nor do I know them. I don't remember seeing any faces. I remember briefly hearing people speak, but I'm not sure if they were speaking to me or if I was kind of like a fly on the wall, you know, where I'm there but I'm not physically there in the dream. I don't know. All I know is I remember seeing a book, and the book was slightly bigger than my Bible here, so I want to say it was about that big, you know, whatever. And a person, now this person could be me, or it could have been someone else. There again, I could have just been a presence there witnessing what was going on and not me physically actually be there. I don't know, okay? The book was on the side, so right here on the edges where the book opens, where people would normally write in school. So if you have school books, you flip it over on the side, you'll see it says Science 101 or something, whatever, I don't know. But the book was, you know how normally someone opens up a book and they carve out the pages and they put something secret in there and close it up? Well, this person, either me or someone else, again, I don't know, was carving on the edges of the book. They were like carving out something. I'm not sure what they were carving. But all I know is I ended up opening the book. So I want to say it was me that was carving the book, but I don't know if it was me. So hopefully that makes sense. But anyways, I'll just say me for the video. Okay, so me or someone else, whatever, is carving on the book. And as I'm carving, I'm doing it naturally, I guess. I don't know. But I'm hearing other people, but I can't make out what they're saying. I just hear like muffled voices and they're talking. It's like I'm there, but I'm not there. It's almost like I have my hands over my ears, and it's like I can hear them, but I can't hear detail on what they're saying. Well, when the person was done carving or whatever, they opened up the book, and I remember holding the book in my left hand, and it's like all of a sudden I got sucked into the book. Okay, really weird, I know, but it was like it was a portal or something. That's really the only thing I can think about that it might be. So it was like they were carving out something, and that was going to be the way it was going to transform me. I don't know. But anyways, I was transported into the book, and then the book opened. And the way the book opened, it was weird. It was on an angle. The book went from being a size that you could hold in your human hand to being about 5 foot tall. Okay, so it was small, and then it grew big, and then it transported me, and then it opened up. So as the book is opening up, I'm inside the book. I'm my full size. I go to push the book open and step out. When I step out, I notice that I am now on the Sahara Desert. Now I'm at the top of a dune, a sand dune, and the sand dune is going down, and I see an ocean of water, flat, just like I've reached the edge of a beach, but it wasn't a beach. You know, in the South, when we go to the beach, we normally have white sand. So it wasn't a beach. I knew I was at the Sahara. There was no signs. There was nothing. It was sand, and it was the sky. It was me in this book, and it was the water, and then there was a ship, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. That was it. There was no signs like you are here in the Sahara. Nothing like that. I just kind of knew where I was at. I step out with my right leg, and I remember stepping out and pushing it open even further, and as I'm gazing, I try to get a whole visual of what I'm looking at, and I step out on the hot sand, and I look straight. So the book is open like, let me make sure nothing's going to fall out. So the book is like this. I step out this way, and the water's over here. So it's not directly open to the water. It's like over at an angle like this. So I step out, and I have to kind of come away from the book to see everything, get a panoramic view that way. So when I do that, I notice there is some sand dunes, or little islands or something. I don't know, like where the water didn't fully cover up the sand, that led to a ship that was over here. And the ship was turned over on its hull, and it was slightly destroyed a little bit, like maybe it just went through a storm or something like that. I don't know. All I know is it wasn't standing straight up because there was not enough water. It was leaned over on its hull, and it was a very large ship. It wasn't a wooden ship. It was more like a battleship almost, like just real thick, sturdy ship, and it was just laid over on its side, and it was a very large ship. And it was almost like it came to a screeching halt or something, because that path is like it cleared out a path of sand, and the water can't cover it up. I don't know, it's weird. And so the ship was over there, and all of a sudden I started hearing a roaring sound out of the right side of my head. So I started noticing a roaring sound on this side of my ear. And so I'm looking at the ship over here, and I pan over, and when I pan over, I see this massive, huge, I cannot explain. Remember, I'm up on top of the dunes of, I guess, the Sahara. And then there's this huge wall. I mean, this massive wall of water. A huge tsunami is headed towards me. And at the top of the tsunami, there's another ship almost identical to that one. And I would submit to say it was identical. And it was on top of the water. And it was like getting, pummeled around. It wasn't riding on it perfect, surfing it or anything. It was like getting turned over, and it didn't seem like it would survive. But, I mean, I don't know. But I look, and I could just hear the water just engulfing everything. It was just like there was nothing to engulf, really. I mean, it's sand, but it was just, water takes the path of least resistance. I mean, it's taken out, it would have took out anything, okay? It was massive. And I remember getting, taking in a huge breath of air, like, oh, wow, that's big water headed my way. Okay, and I didn't know what to do. I just kind of stood there for a second, and I remember looking back at that ship, looking back up at that one, turning back to the water, and then the calm water, the straight ocean-like water, and I turned back, and the book was closed. I didn't remember closing the book, but the book was closed. And so at that point, I'm trying to pry this big book back open again, and remind you, it's a 5 foot tall book, and I'm trying to pry it open, find the right portal page, I guess. And I'm trying to pry it open, and I'm like, okay, I'm running out of time. Please open up, book. And I'm trying to like pull it open, and you can just hear, like I said, the water just like it's like a train rushing at you. And I remember feeling mists and everything. And I remember looking back, and I looked back at the book again, and I guess found the right page, and I opened it up, and I remember going, okay, suck me in, like I want to get me out of here. And it wouldn't do anything, and it wouldn't do anything, and it wouldn't do anything, and just waited. And I looked back, and I was fixing just to make peace with what was fixing to happen. And I wasn't scared, I was just like kind of anxious. I mean, I knew that something bad, I was either going to die in that water or I was not, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I was like, okay, let's open up. And I looked back at the water, and I turned back one more time, and I was just like, okay. And next thing you know, I just dove head forward into the book, like trying to walk back through a veil or something, and it sucked me back in, and I woke up. So what would have happened if I would have stayed another second? The water would have got me. Okay. I woke up. I was laying on my left side. When I woke up, I remember opening my eyes and instantly thought, as was the days of Noah, so shall also be with the coming of the Son of Man. Now, I don't want you to assume that I'm saying that there will be another global flood. That is not what I'm saying. The Bible is clear that that will not happen again. And I believe in his covenant with Noah. And so I started, when I got up, I didn't really know what to do. I said, maybe I should record this or document it now so I don't lose it or don't forget it. And I just said, no, Father, if this is a message from you, or if this was something that you want me to remember, then I'll remember it. And I went back to sleep, and when I woke up, I went to call a friend of mine, and he didn't answer. And so we went to discuss this, and because he normally calls me with his dreams and things of that nature. So I just kind of sat there, and I was just like, well, whatever, I'll figure it out. So when trying to discuss the dream with someone else, he was like, were you on a beach, or were you? I was like, no, I definitely was not on a beach. It was really odd, because one of my thoughts was, why is there a bunch of water in the desert? Like, that doesn't make any sense. There was no green, nowhere. So it's like the water was not supposed to have been there, but it was there for whatever reason. So if it was there, and it was supposed to have been there, there would have been green life growing, because eventually life will grow. And so I was just sitting there like, okay, so I really don't know how to explain this to people. And so when I went to look up the Sahara Desert, I noticed that's the Sahara. And now I knew where the Sahara was, but I didn't know that it spanned all the way across Egypt. I had no idea that it went all the way from Egypt to the Red Sea. I thought it kind of stopped before that. When I look up a map of the Sahara Desert on a world map, I noticed that it went all the way from the Mediterranean, but there's a green strip of life from the Mediterranean to the Sahara Desert. There's a nice green strip of life. And so I knew it wasn't the Mediterranean side. It looked to be more like the Red Sea side. Now, instantly, like I thought, I told my friend, I said, I think this has to do with the second Exodus. I cannot be sure. I am not saying, again, thus says Yahuwah. Please do not think that that is what I'm saying. But it was mighty weird that I just knew it was the Sahara, and that it, like I said, I just found out that it ran smack up against the Red Sea, where it forks off, where you've got the Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Aqaba, where it splits off there. It goes right to that tongue of the Sea of Egypt, and which is in Isaiah 11. So if you want to go back and read Isaiah 11, you'll see what I'm saying, verse 14 on. So I thought that was very interesting, and it made me think, but I have no clue what the ships represent. I don't know why one ship was crashed while the other one was riding the wave. Looked like it wouldn't have survived either way. Maybe that ship over there was the former. I have no idea. All I'm saying is I felt like I knew a few things, that it had to do with the second Exodus, that I was in the Sahara. Don't know why I was transported by a book, maybe the word of Yah, I don't know. All I can say is there is my dream. If you have any interpretation, or you feel that it has to do with prophecy, please let me know. If you feel it's just, whatever, let me know. So guys, I hope this video has been a blessing to you. Until next time.